Welcome. Let's do some sploring, shall we? First things first, we gotta map this body. There it is. Let's see, where are we? 1A. This is a rocky body, landable, with thin carbon dioxide atmosphere. Get a little closer so I can engage the surface scanner. Two probes, not a very big rock. Has a radius of only 724 kilometers. That's almost Space Tater. With a kilometer of 724 radius kilometers, that's pretty small rock. All right,
Surface
see
scan
what we got
complete.
here. We got bacterium. Let's see what else we got here. Stratum, Frutexa, and Tussock. The Frutexa is the highest valued one, so we will go for that one first. Who knows, maybe we'll stumble on some of the other ones. Set our speed to 25%.
Orbital flight engaged.
Now, Frutexa is commonly known to live in fairly rugged territory. We're going to go right along the edge of this brown and blue there. Yeah, that looks pretty rugged. Make our way. Make our way down here. Now I see the stratum there. It's already appearing.
Landing gear deployed.
And there's bacterium. Nose boot both of these real quick. Just get the codex for them. Oh, that's a voucher already. So. And there's our codex entry for Stratum Paleus Green. There's that. Now, Frutexa is difficult to find from a ship because it's so. Oh, wait, what was that? Oh, gonna make a liar out of me, aren't you? There it is. Alright, let's find a spot to land and we can scout around and find some of this stuff. RV. Let's go for a little ride, shall we? First off, we're going for is the Frutexa. Frutexa Ferra. It is Frutexa Ferra Gray.
Low gravity warning.
Rated at 1.63 million credits. Now let's see if we can see it from the external camera. There it is. Now I know where I'm going. Turn off the camera shake there. No need our headlights on. A smooth spot to get in there. There we go. Now the problem I always have is I'll find this first sample and then drive around on this surface for hours looking for the other two samples I need. There she is. First footfall confirmed. That gives you a nice bonus when you hand in your biological data, because you were the first one there. Look at how dense the stars are here. Pretty amazing. Alright, we gotta go 200 meters to be able to scan the next item, the next sample. Here's my ship. And if I get too far away from the ship, I usually dismiss it and send it into orbit. This is another way I like to look for these guys, from the external camera view. That way I can see better where I'm going and such. There we go, looks like there's some over there. Yep, there's another crop up over there. Right over there. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Pull up next to it. And hop on up and get another sample. I'd like to say hi to Dr. Mike, who may be watching today. Oh, back up, back up, back up. Take the lights. It's an interesting looking plant. 162 Kelvin. That's fairly hot. It's able to survive with this atmosphere. Which is a thin carbon dioxide atmosphere, so interesting. Yeah. Well, it made a liar out of me again, as I found 3 of the Frutexas very close to each other, but they're only 150 meter, not 200 meters, 150 meters distance to be able to collect them. So after that, we'll go after the Stratum and Tussock. green. Down away and get back into the. Come on. It's not that steep. Get in there. There we go. There's a stratum over here. Stratum looks a lot like a dill pickle in the ground. You can see it. Kind of strange. Now, stratum is 500 meters. We should have no trouble finding stratum. Is that tussock? It is tussock pinnatus. Well, I'll be danged. That gives us very interesting. We'll driving around here and see what we can find. I see some off the edge of the crater. We'll head down there. There's one coming up here. We'll hit this one first. Just got out of range. That's good. I always like to pull up to the right of the sample. That way when I step out, I don't have to walk far. Alright, there's number 2 of 3. Get back in our SRV. Now I know we got one right there, but we can't, it's too close. We gotta go 500 meters. So let's take a drive. There's another tussock. We'll hit him on the way back. Nope. I keep going here. There we go. There's more tussock there. And we'll catch it all on the way back. Well, we darn. There's tussock right next to stratum. So as soon as we get this last stratum, we'll just walk over and grab our first tussock. How does that sound? Sounds wonderful to me. Light on the subject here. You can get a good look at just how big this stuff is. Very large. It's easy to spot from space too. Where the tussock, you got to be on the ground. That's tough to find from the ship. Kind of a pretty plant too. Interesting. With a thin carbon dioxide atmosphere, it has a breeze that causes the plants to move. I didn't know there could be a breeze here. That's okay. Get myself centered here. The tussock is 200 meters. I don't think we're going to have a problem finding any more tussock. This is pretty much tussock land. 150. Okay, we gotta keep going. I see some over here on the right. There we go. It's also interesting to know the noise these things make when you get closer to them. You don't hear them so much when you're standing in front of them, but when you're in the SRV, you can hear the noise they make. Yeah! Ooh, pizza's ready. Okay, all right. It's pizza time, baby.
Ship dismissed.
I dismissed the ship because I'm going to have them come right back and land next to me. Rather than me having to drive all the way back. Oh, look, bacterium. Good. We'll come back to him right after we get our tussock. Yeah. This is why I like to drive external camera, because I can see better. Just need one more tussock sample. Alright, where are you, tussock? Just need one more. There you are. Just off to the right. It looks like we're going to get all four. The only one remaining we haven't picked up yet is Bacterium Auscs, and we saw some samples of those not far away. looks awful goofy in my suit, don't I? Now for finding bacterium, this is the angle I like to use. Yeah, I get tall and above, and I can see it better. You see that white spot over there? That's bacterium. Looks like boogers, spit. I like to call it thargoid puke. But this camera angle gives me my best look at it, so I can see it the best. Then we just pull up right alongside it, hop on out, scan that sucker, and collect 1,000,000 credits. Yeah, baby. That's what that crap looks like. Bacterium Auscs teal. Climbing. There's another one, but we need to be 500 meters on this one, so may have to go a lot farther. Yep. Now this guy's going to be too close too. It's only 300 meters, so we keep going. Must be running into something there. I thought I'm running into Tussock. Wow, look at that. It's a huge Tussock field. Now, I've never had Tussock stop my SRV. There's our next bacterium. Bouncy, bouncy.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Just have to be in the right range. There's 2 or 3. We got 1 more to go. One last one to go. I think I know where I'm going to get it. Yeah, gotta keep going. we got it. So that's pretty exciting. We're going to get all 4 bios without having to go back up and get back into orbit. Found them all right in the same area. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. And our last one. And
ship recalled.
Call the ship so you'll come and land while we're busy collecting this last sample. And then we blast off and we're on our way. I hear him. There he is. Oh. Jumping for joy.
Handbrake is on.
Anymore. Easy there, rocket science. Let's get aboard and on to our next system. Body 2 has a metal rich and a rocky ring I could care less about. Nice ring there. Now we're on body 8. We plot the route. Let's get off this rock.
Landing gear retracted.
Pretty cool. Ourselves pointed there.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's jump this guy. Frame shift drive charging. body 9 of this C-15 voxel. This big, fat, juicy star.
Frameshift drive charging.
Shouldn't overheat here, we're not close enough. Maybe we will. Yep.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
See the ice building up on the outside because we're so hot. On the outside of the windshield there. Cockpit.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Yell at us because we got too hot.
System scan complete.
This one a little bit.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we don't overheat because I only got one heat sink left. Well, I could make another one. I'm just saying.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Not much in these systems I'm running into. I may have to drop down a few light years to see if I can't find what I'm looking for. What am I looking for? I don't know.
System scan complete.
Undiscovered systems, perhaps? Have trouble with my throat. Let's see, clear my throat. I will do one more, and we'll end the video.
Frameshift drive charging.
But you gotta look at biologicals and stuff. Doing a little voxel mapping here. Kind of lonely out in space, but I like it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. System scan complete.
Alright, well, that'll do it for now. We got to check out some voxels, and we got to see what it's like to scan some biological samples, and hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up and hit that little bell to do whatever they do. I don't know why people keep telling you to do that, but that's what they do. Alright, Commander Scott Fleming, we're out of here.